Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Amir's podcast. I'm your host, Amir Ardabilly. Thanks for being with us. This is where we celebrate warriors, families, and the people who dedicate their lives to discipline, honor, and purpose. Today's guest is someone very special to me, someone that I deeply care for and love, just like my own son. A man who has been part of the Amir Academy for the past 24 years. He's one of my black belts, a third-degree black belt. He's one of the most respected instructors at the Academy, and a mentor to many of our younger students right now. A true example of loyalty and dedication. He's also the world super heavyweight champion, ISKA world champion. Nick has a record of 11-0, is that correct?
I think it's 12-0.
12-0, sorry.
Yeah,
12-0 and 9 knockouts.
Yeah.
12-0 and 9 knockouts. One of our best champions, one of the people who's represented United States against Germany in 2024. That's one heck of a fight that was. That was amazing.
Very tough guy.
He was able to showcase his skills, his heart, and an unbreakable determination. That is one thing that this man has. And one of the reasons he is so popular with the Academy is that the level of confidence that he shows. Forget about the skills he already has. A lot of people have the skills, but they don't have the mindset. They don't have the ability to share that skill, and he does. But beyond all of that, he's a man that he's not only an incredible fighter, he's an incredible husband, a devoted father, and a very successful businessman. His business is called Two Daughters Landscape and Tree Services. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And he named his business, after two people that he loves the most. His two daughters, Lucy and Penny, who are also part of the Academy. I have the honor of teaching them right now. For me, it's the most beautiful feeling in the world to have the father, when he was a kid, train with me, and now I have his children training with me. And for some reason, I just don't get old.
Nope.
That's all I can say.
They say young.
I know people are going to get tired of listening to this garbage that I say every time.
I don't think so.
But
it's an
anyway,
honor for us to be here.
My friend, welcome to the show. Thanks for being here. And I'm not going to do this podcast just as because of the fact that you're a member of the Academy. You're a world champion. You're a world champion. And so I invited you first as a world champion to talk about your fight career.
Thank you.
Also, I invited you as one of our black belts, one of the highest ranking black belts at the Amir Academy, and 24 years of training and experience with the Academy. One thing I love about what we do here is that we have so many students that have been here for so long. Mike Anderson, almost 30 years. Jamarcus Anderson, 27 years. Yourself, Rasa, 15 years. Alex Petrovich, 38 years. Steve Kleiman, 40 years.
It's all because of you.
Patrick, so it's thank you. But you guys are the reason I am where I am. I always say, this community has given me a lot. My students, that community has given me a lot, and it's my job to give it back to the community. So, no, it's not a one-way street. It's a two-way street. I love you, buddy. Thanks for being here. Welcome to the show. And dive into your background, and let's talk about you first and how you started, and then we go from there.
Grew up in St. Petersburg, Florida here. Normal household, mom, dad, older sister, 18 months older. Grew up in St. Pete playing soccer. The normal stuff. Normal American childhood, I guess you could say, in the early 90s, late 80s. And I grew up just very normal life. And as I got older into childhood, with soccer and ups and downs at school, and I kind of chose this path of maybe a little less discipline early on in my life. As high school went on, I was too cool to do anything that I was good at. I was rebellious to teachers. I was rebellious to any authority because I thought it was a path of freedom and independence. And that landed me 30 days in county jail back when I was just, I think, a senior in high school or just after high school. And
But you started training with me before that.
So I had been here for a couple years, and then my need for self-righteous independence broke me away from here, and I thought I could, figure it out on my own, and everybody that was older was wrong, and I had the right way of thinking, and that's where that ended up. So I luckily found my way back after that humbling experience to the truth. And what the truth was, in my opinion, was repetition of hard work and dedication to something greater than yourself has slowly brought me to this point. World champion, successful businessman, father, husband, with a plethora of people that look up to me for guidance and advice.
I love that.
And I would not be here or any in my position whatsoever without martial arts and without you.
I appreciate
especially.
it. Thank you. I mean, to me, it's the greatest compliment anybody can give me. I think you're a special person yourself. You had it in you to be able to come back from what happened to you when you were a younger kid, because you've seen many kids. We have had many students that have had rough upbringing, they broke the law, they got into trouble, and they don't mind me talking about it. And Brandon Spencer is one of them. Now he's a great mentor to many of the students.
Yep.
And Mike Chambers and Vince Valdez. I mean, I never judge my students. I just knew as a coach that's my responsibility to be there and help them out.
Yeah.
And but so everybody deserves a second chance, a third chance. Definitely for sure second chance. But because a lot of the kids also are a victim of the society.
That's very true.
They're the victim of their surroundings.
Yeah.
And having living in a society that divorce is so normal and single parenting is so normal, people don't understand what it does to a kid.
Nope.
To come from a household that either the father's a drunk or alcoholic or the father's not around. We see that.
Yeah.
We see it, and that's why the crime rate is so high. That's why we have the drugs and alcohol rate is so high. But for someone like you to be able to come out and become a world champion, being a very successful businessman, and the reputation that you have right now is untouched and unheard of, is unbelievable.
Thank you.
And thanks for being part of the academy. Thanks for doing what you do. I love the fact that Penny and Lucy, they both come here right now for what?
Yep. Yeah, my daughters are 10 and 12.
They've been here for 3 years now?
They've been here for four years. They were 5 and 6, and then COVID, we took the year off or however long. But they haven't missed a day. They've been here.
That's fantastic.
Very, very steadily. And I'm hoping to give them an early look into what martial arts is capable of doing for your life.
I know. I remember I used to train your sister as well.
Yeah.
I remember we had the third Battle of Tampa Bay. That's how long we've known each other, because the Battle of Tampa Bay is 27 years old now.
Yeah.
On the third Battle of Tampa Bay, right after September 11, your sister sang a national anthem.
Shout out Ann Cornelius.
Yes, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful young lady. And I remember she was only 16 at that time. And she sang a national anthem. She has this angelic voice, unbelievable.
The whole place was in tears.
I remember we had the fire department. It was right 2 weeks after September 11. And we had the fire department, we had the police department, we had the color guards, and the police department, and she sang a national anthem. We had both mayors, Mayor Rick Baker, Mayor Brian Unks from Clearwater.
Yep.
And I remember I get chills all over me. The fact that of course, we were going through some rough time. The whole entire country came together. But, for her, with her voice, oh my gosh, she shook up the place.
Yeah.
And it was an amazing night.
Yeah, and that was from her natural just discipline as a child. She had a little more than I did growing up. She was less resilient to her teachings, I guess you could say, than I was. So she was always practicing, always training on her voice, going to classes.
She's older or younger?
She's 18 months older.
18 months older.
Yep.
But let me tell you something. I think she needs to get credit for part of your success as well. Let me tell you why.
Yeah.
I've always loved the way she loved you. I've always loved the way you guys love each other. I've never seen a brother and sister that are so close to each other, especially in today's society.
Yeah.
I mean, coming from my country, what I come from is, that's how we were raised,
Yeah.
to love our siblings and stand up for each other.
Build each other up.
In the United States, in this country, families are broken up, unfortunately. I don't mean no disrespect. I love America and I love being here, but that was one of the issues we have here in the United States. Now, but when I saw how tight you guys were, I remember for every one of your fights, she used to fly here. She used to come here and watch you fight.
Yep.
She used to support you. She was just so supportive of you.
Yeah, she lived in Washington, D.C. She lived in Seattle, no matter where she was.
She always came here to watch you
here.
fight and be there for you. And I always admired that. I think she had a huge role. Now let's talk about your mom. You have one of the most amazing moms.
Yeah.
I know she's been there through ups and downs and every part of your life.
100% would not be here without her.
Yeah.
She was a rock. She is a rock.
Absolutely. And I know what she's done for
always
the
gonna be
family.
there.
And
Yeah.
absolutely. And, I also like your dad.
Yeah,
and I know your dad has his ups and downs as well.
Yeah.
We all do. But I know how much he loves you.
Yeah.
I know how much he loves you. He always talks about you. Anytime I put anything about you on Facebook and social media, the first person goes
the
and
first
puts it.
one.
It's your dad. Your dad is
shares
always
reshares it.
Yeah, he's just you're his hero. I mean, he really adores you. I'm glad that you were able to create a balance between. I know your mom and dad are been separated for quite some time, but I love the fact that you're able to love them both and respect them both and create a balance and have them both in your children's life.
Yep.
Because that is very important to know the grandma or grandpa and not let that separation to become an issue.
Yeah, and it's something I learned here in martial arts is to just meet people where they are. Mm-hmm. Because a lot of times when you're training new people, they're different skill levels, they've got different goals and dreams. You need to not expect things from them that's not reality. You can't show a brand new guy a flying tornado kick and get mad at him if he can't do it. So I can't judge my parents for anything that they're not capable of, just like I wouldn't want to be judged. So I've learned a lot of that here, and I just try my best to meet people where they are and understand that they're people too. They didn't have all the answers, just like I'm going through parenthood.
We all make mistakes.
I don't have all the answers now, I'll tell you that much.
Exactly. Now,
this is a minefield.
So we talk about you fighting, we talk about your background, we talk about your troubles, and then, we talk about your dad, we talk about your mom, we talk about your beautiful children, we talk about all of us. But there's one person in your life that she needs to get, as far as I'm concerned, all the credit right now in your success. That's your beautiful wife, Tiffany. She's absolutely unbelievable. I adore her to death, and she's so loving and caring. And I think ever since she came to your life, she changed everything.
Yeah, trajectory went
just
up.
Now,
it did.
Yeah, absolutely.
It did. I mean, you find somebody that you're interested in and learn they're not selfish. And learn that they want somebody that will build them up, and they're willing to build you up. And it was just, you hear it all the time, like love at first sight and the movies, but this truly was. I mean, when we saw each other, it was
immediately
game over.
Game over.
All my friends recognized it before I did.
Yeah.
There was a buddy, Matt, we used to frequent Ferg's because we would go to the baseball games and all that, and it was a big meetup spot. And he told me after a week of meeting Tiffany that it was over. It was nice knowing you, as far as Ferg's and all that is concerned.
But one thing I like about you is that even though you love your wife very much, the best thing about your relationship is that she's extremely supportive of what you do.
Yeah.
You know how some people get married and then their wives pull them away from the friends and pull them away from everything that they love to do. Your wife was not like that.
Not at
Tiffany always was very loving and respectful to me, and she cared about your fight career and your fighting and your martial arts. She always supported that, and I like that about that. And she supports your daughters, and I like that. But
yeah, I mean, none of her friends support us letting our girls in the ring and sparring, but she's independent. She knows what it's going to do for them.
Yeah, absolutely.
And no matter what, she doesn't let people sway her
No.
opinion. She doesn't let people sway her decisions. And that kind of strength I noticed immediately. You know who it reminded me of? It's another woman in my life.
Yep.
And I was like, there's not a lot of them.
I think all girls and all women in this world should be able to stand up for themselves and be able to do martial arts and have the ability to understand that at any given time you cannot be around always.
Right.
Dad is always not going to be around. But I want Penny and Lucy know the moment somebody show any wrong intention, I want them to be able to just finish the fight and just take him out and put an end to it.
Me too.
No, I love the girls. I enjoy them. I enjoy having them. I feel like they're my grandchildren. You know, that's how I feel about.
That's how they feel.
And so it's amazing feeling. But I was thinking also, I don't know if you know that every part of your family has trained with me at least once.
Yeah. That's
Your
very
dad
true.
took only 1 or 2 classes. Your mom trained for a while, but didn't. So I could sit here and say, yeah, I've trained every person in this family. Mm-hmm. But the most dedicated one so far is you and your girls.
Yeah.
Because I know Tiffany used to take XBC class and train with us as well.
She sure
and
did.
train hard. And so I know she has a master's degree. Is that right? She went to college? And,
She sure did.
What was her major?
It was communications, like security, cybersecurity.
Cybersecurity.
Yeah.
She works for CIA now, or what?
No, she doesn't. She
I'm
was.
just joking.
She got into animal welfare, which is her passion, which is what I wanted her to like. That was our goal, is for her to get an education level to where her choices were plentiful.
I mean, for me, education is important. I mean, I study architecture, but I don't practice architecture. I mean, I enjoy teaching martial arts. This is where my passion is.
Yeah, but it gives you the options.
Oh yeah. I mean, I always tell people that people say, well, why did you go to college? Why did you study? Well, you study because I think people like to have an educated martial arts instructor rather than an uneducated thug from the street. Is that right? So the way you talk, the way you represent yourself. So one thing I've noticed about you, Nick, that obviously you love fighting, and fighting was your passion. You did it so well, undefeated. But I think one thing you love more than even fighting, and that's coaching and teaching, mentoring. I enjoy watching you teach. You know, I'm a kind of coach that when you teach and I watch you teach, it's the biggest compliment to me. You know, I enjoy it.
Yeah.
I stand back and I listen to you talk to the students, and I say, wow, this is beautiful, you know. And so for me, it's like watching your son doing better than you. You know, you want them to become better than you.
Absolutely.
And so I enjoy watching you coach. Sometimes things come out of your mouth and I say, wait a minute, I never said that, but he's saying it and I love it. You know, and that is so important.
Yeah.
And of course, and students are taking it seriously. They listen to you, they respect you, they call you Mr. Nick.
Yep.
And
It's a one of the greatest honors of my life.
yeah, so tell me about that, because I believe your coaching is even better than your fighting. So you are one hell of a fighter. So if your coaching is better than your fighting, you must be one hell of a coach.
Well, thank you very much.
So,
I really enjoy it. I really love it because I get so much positive feedback and response with not just their words saying, you know, thank you, but then seeing it in action, and they're in the ring and they're actually keeping their hand up while the other one's out.
Yeah, they're listening to you.
They're really, really listening. Yeah. And I know from personal experience what that kind of repetition of being in here and doing something difficult of your own free will is going to make all the difficult things that happen to you that weren't your decision easier to handle. And I think that's the biggest thing martial arts does in life. So if you do something hard every time you're here, when hard things happen, you're comfortable and you can handle them in a very calm way. And that's what it's all about. And the guys that are here now especially are just diamonds.
Yeah,
they are willing to listen.
Yeah.
There's no egos in this room.
No.
Which is a very unusual. I've been, you know, Sarasota, Tampa, there's other schools I go to, and sometimes there's some egos. There's just, people are just hungry to just take in that information, and that makes me so happy. It reinforces all of my teaching. It reinforces everything I've been taught, because I really get to boil down what the essence is and just teach that stuff. Like Petro was saying, he makes it sound so easy. I go, Petro, it is easy. Your gloves are there to protect your face, so keep them there.
Exactly.
Your elbows will protect your ribs if you keep them there.
Yep.
Let's go. And it's been such an honor, and I can't thank you enough.
Oh, no, thank you. I mean, hey, this is the way I know people will listen to this and say, wow, these guys talk so much about themselves. I really, truly, we're not talking about ourselves. We're talking about reality. The reality is that we're one of the only schools that claim that we've been in business for 40 years, nonstop, under the same name, same principles, same, philosophy. Yeah. We never changed. We evolved technically. We evolved our martial arts skills, but when it comes to tradition, when it comes to respect, when it comes to dedication, you're saying that we don't have any egos here because we don't allow it. Yeah. We don't allow it.
Egos get washed out here.
Exactly. I mean,
that's what martial arts should be.
Exactly.
You see politicians with the peacocking in their big chest and stand up and talk down to other people. Come in here and see how that works, because you're going to be broken down and sent packing unless you change your mindset and understand that you have things to learn.
As you know, we've been taking martial arts. We've been taking students for the last 40 years only by interview. Yeah. Something that we never compromise, we never change. So people say, interview, isn't that a job? Yes, it is. For me, it is, because I'm not going to let some bozo and somebody from a ghetto come into my academy with the 30 arrests in his background, and all the only intention they have is to try to hurt kids or hurt others. And I don't want bad apple here. That's why I filter them out. Yeah. People come here, they have to go through an interview with me. I had a student came here, a young guy, I call him Bon Jovi. He looks like Bon Jovi. He's only 16. He saw us training outside, riding his bicycle. He goes, sir, I want to come and train with you. I said, well, you got to come and train with me for a week. He said, well, I want to sign up right now. I have my money. I said, you could keep your money. I don't want your money right now. Yeah. I've never taken a penny from anyone who walks in. Honest to God, you know that. Yeah. They must train for a week. That week, 1 week, is not to sell them anything. No. That 1 week is to get to know each other. Yeah. You have to like me, and I have to like you. And why I say do I have to like you is because I don't care how much money you pay me. If I don't like you, I don't want you here. Yep. And if you don't like me, you should not learn from me. Right. So that has been the philosophy, and that's a reason. And again, this is not about tapping ourselves on the shoulder. This is the philosophy that we believe in, and that's why you could keep a school that the students have been there for average of 15, 20 years. And how many schools do you find that say we've been in business for 20 years, where we have somebody who's been here for 24 years to 30 years, 40 years? This is the biggest compliment. This is why I don't retire. This is why I love what I do. And I want to do it until the day I cannot move anymore. Then you take over. Sure. But we do it together. I wouldn't be able to do it without you and Jamarcus and Rasa and Mike Anderson and the rest of the black belts and the instructors that
and it's very important that you do that process that you do. It's and important. You said from the ghetto, I think there's people here from that have been in bad situations and very poor situations, but their mind is not still there. Exactly. So that interview process is a check to see where their mentality is. And it's like their background doesn't matter, and that's what this is all about. What martial arts is all about.
People, we need to understand that everybody pays the same tuition. Everybody pays the same amount. I don't care if you're a doctor or surgeon, you make $1 billion a year. I don't go outside and see what kind of a car you're driving. No. I just look at you, the way you carry yourself. I have a new student just joined us, African-American gentleman. He's so new that I don't even know his name. I fell in love with this guy. He was so polite. He walked in. I was teaching Kelly. Mm-hmm. And he apologized. Sir, I'm sorry for interrupting you. Is there any way I can talk to you for 1 second? I said, great, sure. I just love the way you talk. Yeah. Next thing you know, he did he finished his 1 week. Everybody already liked the guy. Mm-hmm. And I feel bad that I don't remember his name yet because he's new. But he was here this morning. He trained.
Yeah.
He has 2 kids. He has a wife and a family. And he wants to fight. He wants to compete. And a gentleman. And that's all I care about. I want somebody who walks in that has good intentions. I don't care your background. I don't care if you're Middle Eastern. I'm Middle Eastern. I don't care if you're black, white, Hispanic. Doesn't matter.
It's your behavior.
Be a good person.
Yeah.
Be a good person in the right place.
Right.
Well, my friend, you bring so much to the Academy and so much to this podcast. Thank you so much for accepting my invitation.
Thank you for having me.
But before we leave, I want you to, from your heart, don't even think, from your heart, the message that you could give to the younger generation, the people who want to do martial arts. I want you to dive into that for a minute or two, and we're going to finish the episode with that. I want you to look at the camera and tell the guys what you think and what, they should do.
Yeah, I mean, whatever you can do, wherever you can get to, if there's a martial arts school in your town at all, jiu-jitsu, kenpo, bushido, whatever it is, go voluntarily do something difficult, strenuous. Your muscles, your brain all work together. You need to be in a classroom that has discipline and a sense of order and structure, because all of those things repeatedly are going to apply to your life outside of martial arts without you even realizing it. And I think that's the most important thing that martial arts can do, is provide a sense of automated structure and voluntary difficulty in your life to when difficult things happen, like I said earlier, you're comfortable with it. It's just like fighting. The more we spend time in the ring sparring, if something were to happen on the street after you've had 5 years of sparring, your heart rate won't even go up when you get attacked on the street. If somebody were to attack, you just automatically start dissecting their footwork and seeing where their hands are. And 99% of the time, you'll see this guy's almost a child compared to what I'm used to. And you won't even engage in a fight. You'll walk away. So that kind of confidence is completely unattainable any other way. So martial arts is the path to something greater than yourself.
That's amazing. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
This turned out to be one of my greatest episodes as far as I'm concerned, because I get to do it with someone that I love and I respect.
Same here.
And also the amount of knowledge that you have and you are able to share with everyone. Hey guys, thanks for joining us. I wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving in advance. I know next week is a holiday and we're all going to be busy with our families. But if you get a chance, go on YouTube, Amir Academy of Martial Arts YouTube channel, subscribe to our channel and support us. Or you could listen to us also on Spotify. Nick, my friend, it's always a pleasure. World champion. I love you, buddy.
Love you
Thanks
too.
for being here. We'll see you back in class soon.
My pleasure.
All right. Have a wonderful weekend.